With recent news of a Joker origin movie in the works from legendary director and producer Martin Scorsese, many people are wondering who will play the clown prince of crime in this standalone adaptation. Well, in this video, I'll be breaking down 5 actors who should and could play the Joker in this upcoming movie. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications so you can see all of my content right away when it comes out. Number 5. Matthew McConaughey. So the first one I want to talk about on this list is Matthew McConaughey. McConaughey has proven his acting abilities over the years in films such as Mud, Lincoln Lawyer, Interstellar, and of course his Oscar award-winning role in Dallas Buyers Club, which is where the current Joker Jared Leto also won an Oscar. However, it's McConaughey's roles in Killer Joe and True Detective that best display his unhinged side, as well as how threatening he can be. As in Killer Joe, he portrayed a sadistic and controlling hitman who seemed to take pleasure in depravity, which seems to be a big part of the Joker as a character. And if this film is an origin story, I can definitely see McConaughey making the transition from a regular guy to the Joker. And speaking of actors who can make big transitions, let me get into the next actor on this list. Number 4. Christian Bale. I think Christian Bale is a top contender for the most interesting choice on this list, as his time in the DC universe was spent as the Joker's greatest nemesis, Batman. However, I think Bale has shown in his career as an actor that he has significant range, and much like McConaughey, can change his body and mindset to play even total opposite characters. Watching films like The Mechanic, American Psycho, and of course the Dark Knight trilogy, it's clear that Bale can take on an edge of insanity in his portrayals of these characters. So seeing him fully immerse himself in the role of the Joker and bring his own take to it would be a sight to see, especially his interactions with the new Batman. And considering he worked alongside arguably the greatest live-action Joker in the late Heath Ledger, some of that classic Joker personality could have very well rubbed off on him. Number 3. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal is someone I think could be an excellent pick for the Joker. Being the youngest actor on this list, Gyllenhaal may very well suit the origin story of Joker that DC is going for even better. And with roles in films such as Zodiac and Prisoners, I think he has the acting ability to do so. However, it's his role in the excellent film Nightcrawler, where Gyllenhaal plays an emaciated, sociopathic crime scene videographer, that I think most proves his capability with the Joker character. I would love to see what Gyllenhaal could bring to the role and how he would interact with Batman, as well as the rest of his rogues gallery. I think Gyllenhaal is a very strong contender and should definitely be considered for this role. Number 2. Leonardo DiCaprio. And here's the most talked about possibility on this list, Leonardo DiCaprio, who reports have said DC wants to cast in this role, and some imply that to be the entire reason why Scorsese is producing. But if we look at the history of the actor and director, it's not impossible. Scorsese and DiCaprio have worked on a number of movies together, including Gangs of New York, Wolf of Wall Street, and The Departed. And as we saw in another film of theirs, Shutter Island, DiCaprio could certainly pull off someone who has fallen into a state of mental instability. In fact, DiCaprio was originally supposed to play Christian Bale's lead role of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, which would have been a great choice. I think DiCaprio could bring his unique acting style to the Joker and give us a different take from what we've seen in the past. However, if he would actually take the role, especially if any continuation or sequel is planned, is another story altogether, and may not be a totally done deal. Which leads into my final pick. Number 1. Willem Dafoe. I want to see Willem Dafoe as the Joker. Willem Dafoe is one of those actors who I think would just be perfect to play this character. He has the look, acting ability, and I think his portrayal would be totally believable. As we saw with his role as the Green Goblin, Dafoe fits in perfectly as a comic book villain, and is more than capable of showing that level of insane dangerousness that the Joker character requires, as well as throwing some jokes in the process. And just look at this picture. It's a perfect fit. Now, Dafoe may be a little too old for the role if this is going to be a young Joker origin movie, as many reports have said. However, it will be a real shame if he doesn't play this role in some incarnation. Be it if they do an older Joker story next, another standalone movie with a different Joker and a different Batman, or whatever DC decides to go with. Regardless, I think Dafoe would be an awesome Joker, and that's why he's number 1 on this list. So who do you think should play the Joker in the upcoming DC standalone Joker movie? Let me know down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
Yeah, and you better subscribe, enable those damn notifications.